Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral, joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command today. Once again, thank you for all the new subscribers. We've had quite an influx recently, so keep it up. And don't forget to keep hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification as well to inform you when I do go live. Today's episode is mainly going to be about what ships to scrap if you've got the time to do it, why you should scrap them, and the benefits of scrapping them as well. So today's we're going to look at the tier 2 ships and why you should look to scrap them, why it's a beneficial thing to do, and all the sort of pros and cons related to that type of thing. So as you can see, as I'm going through my scrapyard, we have Envoys, we have Taurus, Findras, Talas, obviously all the way through to like Kamaris and other stuff, depending on obviously your stuff. But we're going to focus on everything up to the Envoys, Talas, Findras, and Taurus. They're basically the main four that we're going to focus on today. I can't really show you any sort of ones that I've got myself, so instead we're going to nip over to Elkar's Discord, and I'll show you what you can potentially get per different ship when they are leveled max. So the way this works, the scrapyard is a bit of a weird sort of scenario, but essentially the way it works is you tier up the ship to its max tier, which for all of these ships is tier 7. So once they're all maxed out at tier 7, you can then level the ship up as well by obviously hitting hostiles and stuff like that. By leveling the ship up is actually what gets you the resources. So the higher the level of the ship, the more resources you will get for that obviously level. So for example, as you can see, I have a Taurus at level 25 at the moment, and I'll show you what a Taurus when it gets to level 35, which is its max level as well. I'll tell you what that gets in just a moment, but just for comparison's sake, this is 10 levels lower, and we get 4 uncommon ore and we get 6 uncommon gas. This is obviously, and we get obviously a bunch of other stuff as well, but this is significantly lower than what you do get on the final thing. So what we're going, and the same goes for everything. So for Taurus, you'll get mainly gas with a bit of ore. Findras, because it's an interceptor, you'll get mainly crystal and a bit of gas. And then for battleships, you'll get mainly ore and a bit of crystal, because that's the way it works, I believe. Yes, it is. And then Envoys get, I think, a mixture of pretty much everything, mainly gas and seems to be mainly crystal, which is obviously really good. And again, I will show you what you can get for that. Envoys are probably in this list the hardest one to level up overall, I would say. But once it does get leveled up, it obviously can be very beneficial when it comes to the different things. So what I'm going to do is going to nip over to my Discord. If you're not already on my Discord, then the link is down below, so please do join the Discord. All of the latest Star Trek videos are posted there, and all the latest Star Wars videos are posted there now. I'm playing Star Wars. There is debate going on at the moment in the Star Wars Cantina, so please feel free, go over and join into that debate. It's about Star Wars and Star Trek universes and the way they compare to each other. So nipping over, I've got these links into the game mechanics as part of the Star Trek Fleet Command. So I've got these links, so these links will take you straight to the thing I want you to see. So we're going to start off with the Taurus today. So the Taurus, when you recycle it, essentially when it gets to level 35 as shown here, which is tier 7, it can be where you can scrap it from 12 onwards. Obviously scrapyard, that can be level 12 onwards. So these are the resources that you get. Hopefully they're easily seen on the display. I don't even know if they are. Let's see if we can make potentially this a little bit bigger. Hopefully, yeah. There we go. Hopefully we can see everything now. So as you can see, the resources when scrapping you get from level 35, which is why I always suggest you max it out. So the resources you gain from that are, you get 82,000 trits, you get 10,000, nearly 11,000 dill, you get 53 3-star common ore, you get 57 for both common ore, and you get 57 explorer parts. You get 16 uncommon ore, so 16, bear that in mind, 16 3-star uncommon ore, which is quite a lot for just a 2-star ship. You've not spent any 3-star materials on, so you're getting 16 of them. And you're getting 30 uncommon gas, which is a hell of a lot, to be fair. And you're getting 105 common gas as well, which can be very beneficial. You get 1 rare ore and 1 3-star rare gas. You get 7,767 ship XP for doing that. And the time it takes to scrap is just shy of 2 days. Or however many seconds that wants to tell you as well. But it's just shy of 2 days. So for what you're going to put into this, obviously you're going to put into this a hell of a lot of time, a hell of a lot of effort, and you're going to get rewarded with getting 30 and 30 and whatever the other one was in ore, 30 gas, which is not too bad, because most of the time you can just crew the ship up, go and take it to a hostile zone like the augment space or something, and just let it get hit on its own in the background and completely ignore it. So the next one we're going to move on to is the Envoy itself. So the Envoy, again, these only require 2-star materials to level them up. They do not require 3-star, and these are the 3-star materials you're getting out of it by putting it in, which is really, really good. The Envoy, you do get significantly more than the others, I believe. So at the moment, so the resources you get, again, so Envoy 35, level 7. You do need, again, Scrapyard has to be level 16 to this time to be able to scrap an Envoy, so bear that in mind. And then the resources you gain are 415 trit, 415,000 trit, which is pretty decent, nearly 500,000 trit, 30,000 dill. You get 18 3-star uncommon gas. You get 64 3-star common gas and get 1 3-star rare gas. You get 74 survey parts, 7,767 ship XP again. And then when it comes to the so you get, obviously you get 18 uncommon gas, that's really what you're looking at here. And then you get 33 uncommon crystal, which is really, really good for a ship that, to be honest, I'll come to it in a minute, but you can make a hell of a lot of these, put it that way. So this ship takes 2 days, 11 hours and 4 minutes to recycle, depending on your level and obviously abilities. That's how long it takes to recycle. And yeah, overall, it gives you some pretty decent resources. Gives you some pretty decent resources overall. I think it does anyway, and I think it's definitely worth doing, providing you can put the time into doing this type of grind. I'll show you what type of grind I mean in a second. But yeah, going back, next ship we're going to go to is going to be the Tala. So the Tala, again, is your 2-star battleship, level 35, tier 7. Once again, requires a scrap yard of 14, and the resources you gain from this are 117,000 trit, 15 dill. You get 82 3-star common crystal and 153 3-star common ore, which is pretty decent for commons. You get, again, 7,767 ship XP. So these seems to be all the same with the XP. And then you get 85 3-star battleship parts as well, if you require the parts still. The main ones that we're going to be looking at, obviously, are you're going to get 24 uncommon crystal, which is pretty decent. It just compounds with the obviously the Envoy, and your crystal will go up significantly quick if you can obviously scrap regularly, obviously continuously scrapping. Your obviously resources will go up quite significant, and you get 43 3-star uncommon ore, and then one of the other two as well, which again is not so bad. Time it takes is 2 days, 14 hours and 26 minutes, again depending on different variables and stuff like that as well. So moving on, we've got the Findra, which is the last one. So Findra is obviously the weakest of all of the free ships, because it goes obviously the Findra, the Taurus, and then the Tala. Envoy sort of sits in its own branch, but that's sort of the order it goes. So again, you need obviously maxed out requires a level 10 ship scrapyard at this point. You get 91,370 trit. You get 3,500 dill, which is not so great in this one, but it is a very early ship, so it's not so bad if you actually think about it in that sense. You get 73 common crystal. You get the same ship XP. You get 1 rare crystal, and you get 41 Inceptor parts. The main ones again are going to be, you get 22 uncommon crystal, which is pretty decent for a ship like this, and then 12 uncommon gas, again pretty decent for a ship like this. These ships are very easily upgraded and stuff like that as well, so it's something to think about. 41 common gas and then 1 obviously rare gas. This ship obviously seems to be scrapping sort of one of the quicker ones. It takes 1 day and 8 hours to do so. So again, it's pretty decent overall. So moving back to the game, so let's swap out again. So going back to the game, what I mean by taking your ship and basically grinding it out. If you take, for example, if I grab my level 28 Taurus, for example, as long as you have the range, so make sure you do max them out. If you do have the resources, make sure you use them. Like I said, I got 80. I got 57,000 of it sitting there. The main thing that I struggle with is obviously getting the 2-star parts, but like I say, you can find them if you hit some weaker ships earlier on. But the main thing to do this, if you go to like sort of one of the weaker spaces, you might be able to make it into the likes of Augment Space. So going into Augment Space, you need level 20. Oh, you might not even make it into Augment Space even. You might have to manually do it then, which is going to be more of a ball ache. Unless you can make it into a little hostile zone. That's level 26. I'm sure you can. Oh, you might not be. Oh, yeah, it's because my. Oh, yeah. I know why. It's not 26. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I can't move my station right now. So that's me being a dope. It won't be 26, but if you can sit in like Riga, for example, or somewhere in the vicinity, I can guarantee you'll make it into Rainsford with a Taurus, or you could essentially make it into one of the nearby sort of zoned sort of areas. If you're a hostile with a certain faction, then obviously you can send it into that faction zone and just leave it there whilst it gets repeatedly hit. It's not so bad an idea. Augment Space is probably the best place to do it, just because it sends random ships all the time at you. Or you could do it manually. You could go around with that ship and you could hit certain things all the time. So by doing that, you could hit. This is not the crew layout, by the way. But yeah, you could hit stuff manually just to get this XP up. One way you can obviously get the XP up really fast, which is obviously something that you need to think about, is obviously your ship crew. So the best way to do it would be to use Pike. And then if you have him, obviously that's if you have Pike. If you don't have Pike and you have the other guy, which I'm going to come to, which is Goon, you can use just Goon to do the same thing because of his ability. So he also has military training, 15%. You can combine them together if you have the both, like I do. So you can combine Goon and obviously Pike together, and you'll get the full bonus of both of them. Which is really good because you'll get the 15 from Goon and then you'll get the full 30 off Pike. So essentially you're going to get a 45% bonus when hitting other ship or hostile ships. So I definitely recommend doing that. A good thing with obviously Pike as well, you can also pair him obviously with Monroe, and then Monroe, like this combination for example, but swap out Chen to use Goon instead, and then you'll get the synergy from. You get the synergy bonus from Monroe and Pike, and obviously with the teaching moments and stuff like that. And then you'll get Goon's ability as well, which is a plus 15 to the XP as well. So that's why you should do this. It can help you with resources in the long run. So I do recommend definitely doing this. I know this video's been a little bit on the long side, but I do want to try and sort of get these sort of across. The next video will be on Star Wars, which will most likely be on Sunday now. Star Wars will be released every 5 days from yesterday, so Yeah, the next video will be on the 8th, which will be Sunday after this video. But yeah, don't forget to go check that out. Don't forget to check out the previous content. If you do want to see any different type of content, please leave it in the comment section down below. And don't forget to head over to the Discord channel, where I do post all this information so you can find it for yourselves. And it's sometimes useful, and you can ask other people from other servers what your views are and what their opinions are. We do have a Star Trek deck bar, and we do have a Star Wars cantina. So by all means, head over to your significant or your areas and join the crew, the Admiral's crew it is. So be part of the crew and be part of the community. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see everyone next time. Bye bye for now.